Go live. Let me pull up. So in the meantime, mouse doesn't work. Okay, no problem. No problem at all. I would specifically kind of sort of like a. I would want to force. Specifically, I would want a force split. So that is like Illinois' depth chart, Kansas's depth chart. Well, this is, I'm gonna keep this open for OBS purposes, and that's pretty much it. Let me just check to see. I don't think they can hear because it's on break right now. Alright. So, if you look there, if you go to live, we are live. Let me just check. Okay, hold up. Mic is on. Well, it's Friday night, which means it's time for college football, and we are back in the gridiron, back to where we want to. More importantly, we're back in the heartland of America as the Kansas Jayhawks get ready to take on the Illinois Fighting Illini. Here from Lawrence, Kansas. Hello, everyone. I'm Mihir Sinhasan. Thanks for tuning in. What is a Friday afternoon, which is slowly turning into Friday night here in Phoenix, Arizona. Still got the sunlight out, but that will go down in a little while. Both teams getting out into their positions, getting ready to kick off this game. Illinois with a close win against the Toledo Rockets, only by 2 points, had to win it on a game-winning field goal late in the fourth quarter. For Kansas on the other side, beat, or rather, who did they beat? It was a team from Arkansas, I think. Might have been Little Rock. Arkansas Little Rock they beat. All their fans are up and bouncing for this game as we're underway here. And it will be Illinois returning. It's a good return by number 21 of the team. Juking some guys. He's still going down the right field sideline and bustled out at the 30-yard line. Before I could even get off the point that Kansas is going with the blackout tonight, courtesy of a lot of their players showing up in the all-black. So let's take a look at Luke Altmaier, who is Illinois' quarterback. Sophomore from Starkville, Mississippi. 211 passing yards, 69 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. His 211 passing yards, the most by an Illinois quarterback in since 2014. So here we go. First play of the day for Illinois. It will be 5 offensive linemen, 2 to the left, 2 receivers to the left, to the right, and it will be a handoff to number 23 towards the right. Might have been taken down, and indeed he was behind the line of scrimmage there. Number 28 for Kansas barreling through to make the play. Number 28 being, let's see, 28 being J.B. Brown, and then on Illinois' side, Reggie Love is starting running back. Loss of 2. He gets the handoff again, rolling towards the right. This time gets a scamper of good coverage, 7 yards to be exact. Now we'll set up a 3rd and medium. So again, a good recovery there. As this time Love was able to just go right up the middle, and he was able to get the first down in some great field position for Illinois. Again, Kansas, as I mentioned before, interesting. They're going with the blackout. I haven't seen them. Don't seem like a blackout team down the stretch, but here they go again. Got 2 receivers out to the left, 1 out to the right. Love joining Altmaier in the back. Motion man will be number 84, the tight end. Altmaier dropping back. Pressure comes. He's able to scamper through. Now rolling right. He throws right, and it is incomplete. Looking towards number 1, Isaiah Williams, the slot receiver, but unable to find it. Again, great coverage by Kansas, and again, a great rush there by number 87, who was able to push Altmaier out of the pocket, rolling towards his right. So, just like that, a 3 and out for the Fighting Illini on the road. They'll be forced to punt this one. Just making sure the stream works. Kansas given a 7-man rush here. Illinois with 5 and then 3 more as the punt comes in, and it's high into the Lawrence sky. Got up and it's brought down immediately. There being by number 1 by Kansas. Simple catch, and then it was number 0 Harper for Illinois to take him to the ground. So 1st down and 10, and now it's time for Kansas's quarterback to shine. That being number 9. Number 9 being Jason Bean, transferred from North Texas. Against Missouri State, 22 of 28, 276 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. Career starts. He's actually the backup here before Jalen Daniels. To Jaden Daniels or the Jalen Daniels at LSU, but nonetheless, fakes the handoff. He'll throw it towards the middle here, and that one's caught. By looks like number 6 or someone. Couldn't tell. Might have been Quentin Skinner, maybe number 0. But yeah, look at Jalen Daniels Jr. there. Preseason Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year. First ever Kansas player to win that award. Jaden Daniels or the So now it's time for 1st down and 10 between Illinois and Kansas. So indeed it was Skinner. Indeed he did pick up the 1st down. Now they're at their own 28. Wishbone formation with an extra running back as it's flipped towards the left. A pitch out towards the left for Skinner, who's able to pick up a gain of 2 as he went out on the left sideline. 2nd down, 13:01 left to go in this 1st quarter. So far, pretty good day for Skinner. Again, That's where you want to trust him, the redshirt junior, putting in the work when it matters most. Illinois once again looking there. Kansas coming out of the huddle. Got one to the top. You got bunch formation, 3 trips to the bottom. One in the back. Skinner once again the motion man. As it was Bean faking the handoff. Now he rolls on the bootleg. It's caught there. And he'd be taken down in Illinois territory. Jayhawks starting to move the chains as it was Lawrence Arnold making the catch. Again, a great way to fake off. You know Skinner's going to be the guy to make plays. And just when you think he's getting another one, he makes the play. That is Bean going the other way. Now Bean this time heading off towards number 4, the running back. And he'll scamper through the middle for a gain of 3. The junior doing so. So 3 minutes in, Kansas already starting to move the chains, starting to get into Illinois territory. 2nd down and 7. They're going to take this at Illinois' 45 as Jalen Daniels stands in the huddle. Now breaking huddles, let's see how the Jayhawks line up. Wearing an alternate jersey today, an alternate helmet as well. 6 offensive linemen, 2 receivers to the bottom, 1 to the top, 1 running back in the backfield. Will be a handoff here towards Neal. He lost the ball for a while, but he's able to recover it back. It will be a gain of about 2 or 3. It was actually number 5 on the play. Can't see. Hold on. I'm looking at Kansas's depth charts here. I do not see it. Oh, pardon me. Doug Emillion, the backup wide slot receiver. Interesting. Plus, able to pounce on that ball. 3rd and 4 for Illinois, or rather for Kansas. We do have a Fighting Illini down, though, on the field. Can't tell the number. It is number 14. That being Xavier Scott. And with that, we have our first of the day. So once again, Kansas trying to drive down the field, starting to put in the work in when it matters. Let me change the time on this. Saying that it's at close to 12, or rather. Alright, there you go. So it is 12 minutes left to go in this first, or at least I think it is 12 minutes left to go in the first. Good news is the mic is working, the scene is good, we've got graphics, everything's nice. Everything's nice from a producer's perspective. Still a break right now. Let's see. I'll take a quick break as well, if that's the case. and 4. This one passed out towards the left as we're back. Rumbling down the side there's Neal. He's bumped out there by number 18 of Illinois. Pardon me for the delay on coming back, but nonetheless, a pitch out there, a screen out towards Neal. Was able to play the check down well and travel the sideline well too. First down and 10. Less than 11 minutes to go here. Still 0-0 between Illinois and Kansas. We'll get some much received rest on. Nonetheless, it's going to be Daniels once again out there. Going to have Hinshaw in the back with him. Hinshaw once again will be moving out towards the left. It's actually going to be number 11, Luke Grimm. Nonetheless, Daniels dropping back. Throws deep to the right for the end zone. It is incomplete. And he was going towards his motion man there, number 12, in fact. Can't tell what number 12 is. It's weird. Kansas is has a very weird depth chart. But nonetheless, number 12. Rosiak on the coverage. He heads towards the side. And now once again, second down and 10. Again, Daniels taking a little bit of a risk here. Trips to the left. One receiver in the back, one to the right. Motion man here is going to be number 12 again. As Neal will get the handoff here. He's cutting towards the middle once again. And it's going to be a nifty pickup for 6 yards. Devin Neal so far, again, has that shifty ability. A great back cut to send it towards the right, towards the middle part of the field. As he continues to bustle his way forward. Nifty as it is for the Jayhawks. Third down and 3. Less than 10 minutes to go. Neal once again in the back. He's been carrying this team for a while. Maybe Daniels makes a play here. You got one at the top, one tight end. As he'll motion out, and 2 receivers once again joining him at the bottom. Daniels takes a snap, throws towards the right. It's caught there by number 11. He's bustling his way. He's got the first down and then some. And I believe one of the Illini might have grabbed his face mask. Indeed, he did. As number 11, who caught the ball, Luke Grimm, his face mask off, his helmet off, but he's smiling, knowing he got the first down and then some for his Jayhawks. So that's going to be a personal foul face mask, as Larry Smith, our referee, will call it. First penalty of the day for Illinois. Again, not a good sign for a team that started off with a ball and proceeded to go 3 and out, and now their defense giving up a big play. It's going to be a first and goal at around the 4-yard line. And indeed, that's what's going to start. A little bit behind it, so kind of between the 4 and 5. Got a matchup at the top. You got one of Neal to the side, and you also have number 12 going out to the slot as well. Daniels, once again, will take the snap. He'll fake the handoff. Throws left, looking towards number 12. It's caught by 12. Touchdown, Jayhawks. And there's your first score of the day. 9:20 left to go in the first quarter. Again, a great out route there by Torrey Lachlan, who's been wearing that jersey. To the and the Jayhawks have the lead. And let's take a look at this again. Neal going there. He was the motion man, I should mention. Or not Neal, pardon me. It was Coughlin. He was the motion man, and basically number 3 and number 8 for Illinois got mixed up in the wrong spots. And now the blackout in Kansas, just like that. First drive of the day, 10 plays, 82 yards, all the way to the house. Extra point is up and good by their kicker, who I will see later. But nonetheless, Torrey Lachlan showing up where it matters most. Showing up right there, too. Got Owen Piepergers with the extra point. Kansas up 7-0, 9:20 left to go. And with that, we'll take So back we go. Back we go the other way. Live here from Lawrence, Kansas. A lot of big alumni in this matchup between the Fighting Illini and the Jayhawks. Dick Butkus, one of them played in the 60s in this rivalry, again, for Illinois down the stretch. And, of course, a very big player for the Bears the other way. Meanwhile, Kansas back to kick this off. It was Jalen Daniels driving down the field for a touchdown, a passing touchdown, a 4-yard touchdown towards his receiver, Conklin, sorry. So once again, here come the Jayhawks the other way. Going to kick this one off here. Caleb Griffin doing so. It seems like it. Nonetheless, ball goes into the end zone for a touchback. So now a chance for Luke Altmaier and crew to redeem themselves. Did not do so well. It was a 3-and-out the first time out. Trying to do better. Meanwhile, Texas and Alabama will be playing this Saturday, 7 Eastern on ESPN. Again, that's one of those games where it could be on Saturday Night Football. It ends up going to ESPN because it is the weekend that things are heating up in New York. That is the U.S. Open going on. You got Carlos Alcaraz and Daniil Medvedev playing right now. Nonetheless, back in Lawrence, you got 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. As Altmaier tries to get the snap off, 5-man rush there. And Altmaier will fake the handoff, keeps it himself, and he's just going to bustle down the middle for only 2 yards. Again, he actually got shoved forward there by a Jayhawk. Gain of 2. Just like that. Very quick huddle. Got bunch formation to the left and right. 2nd down in the shotgun. Altmaier takes the snap, throws to the right, and that is incomplete. Looking towards number 13. That being, hold up. Towards number 13, Pat Bryant. So 3rd down and 8, and Brett Bielema's side's gonna have to do something big. Again, great coach down the stretch. 2022 led Illinois to their first winning season since 2011. Sorry, not 2021. 3rd and 8, 8:54 left. 6 offensive linemen. You've got 1 in the back. Got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. As Altmaier once again takes the snap in shotgun. Throws to the middle. And that one is caught. Great catch there by the tight end, number 81, Moore. Again, a little bobble in grabbing it, but nonetheless picks up the 1st down and a gain of about 15 or so for the Illini. Actually, more, make it like 20 for the Illini. Ball now at their own 42. 1st down and 10, and looks like we'll have a penalty. Might be false start, might be offside. It looked like a Jayhawk might have hopped across. It's going to be a false start. So, just like that, we'll erase some of the gain from what was a great catch too. I mean, that's the crazy part about it. Like, it's a good catch. It's a really good catch by Griffin Moore. Might have bobbled it, but he didn't get it going to ground. It didn't bobble on the ground, so it mattered where it mattered most, right? As I say many times on these streams. So 1st and 15 now for Illinois. 6 offensive linemen, 1 receiver out to the bottom, 1 to top. Once again, a fake handoff. Altmaier will go towards his right, throwing right, and it's incomplete again towards Pat Bryant. He tried going there one more time, and take 2 is not any better. Good coverage there. Number 3. Number 3 being Mello Dotson. Backup cornerback, but again, good play. And so far, like, that's the one thing with college, and maybe it's because it's a non-conference game, but I don't think in this certain situation. 2nd down and 15, all 3 receivers to the right this time. 1 running back in the back. Motion man there will be Moore. The handoff goes towards Moore. Moore hustler, pardon me, it will be number 0. Number 0, the running back, Josh McCray. So McCray gets half of the yardage back. It's going to be a 3rd and 7 for Illinois. $7:40 left. Kansas fans on their feet trying to make some noise here. They got the black rally towels out as 3rd and 7. Once offensive lineman, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Altmaier taking the snap, looking, surveying, trying to bustle through, trying to run through, and Kansas reads it like a book. Just like that, Illinois with another punt coming up. Number 36 for the Jayhawks. bustling through, hammering through the middle to slander the Illinois quarterback from Starkville. Yeah. Again, look at the coverage downfield. Just great coverage there at number 14, who was trying to break. It didn't work. It didn't work. It's Patrick Joyner Jr. with, which is technically a sack. It was a loss of 2. It's going to be a punt here, rolling right, and this one sent once again pretty high. And it's going to be a fair catch at the 14 by number 7, who made it. So, once again, maybe a chance to get Jalen Daniels out there. As last time he did so, 10 plays, 82 yards. As we take a look at the ads from ESPN, Texas and Alabama doing well. And with that, we have another break. So, once again, Illinois and Kansas going back and forth. 2 drives, 2 punts for the Fighting Illini. They need their defense to come up big if they want this game to be close. So back again we go here from Lawrence. Some of the fans watching from their apartment buildings. Last drive was not too good for Illinois, but great for Kansas. Jalen Daniels orchestrating a 10-play, 82-yard drive that culminated in a touchdown. Again, also, let's not forget about Dev Neal, their running back, too. Great way to bustle up through the middle. He's found a great way. He's found a great way to both orchestrate his own attacks, almost a Le'Veon Bell-esque run, but also offensive linemen, too. Speaking of offensive linemen, they've got 7 in the package. Two receivers with Neal in the back. Daniels faking the handoff, throws towards Neal, goes on the wheel route, but he throws him a little too high. Neal was running towards the was going to pick up a 15-20 yard gain if he was able to catch it, though it was very unreachable from Daniels' throw. So 25 seconds left. Again, Jalen Daniels doing well. As I mentioned, a Big 12 Player of the Year. That's a pretty good sighting, if you were to ask me. It's pretty good overall down the stretch. Second down and 10. 5 offensive linemen. 3 receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom. So again, got Daniels. Looks for the pitch towards number 12. And yes, and this time Lachlan's able to pick up a decent gain. It was behind the line of scrimmage, very behind, about 5 yards out. But nonetheless, Lachlan able to bustle through at the right moment. 3rd and 9 now for Kansas. 20 seconds left on the play clock if they decide to use it. As number 49 for Illinois and the many others try to do some good work. Kansas didn't face a drive like this, or basically a 3rd down like this the entire time. 3 to the right, 1 to the left as Daniels drops back. Pressure coming right through the... Daniels escaping the pressure. He's taken off with his feet. He's gotten the 1st down and then some. Sliding at the 33. 17-yard gain by Kansas's quarterback, as the student section will applaud his effort. A great one, too. How about that, too? That's where you have to use quick feet in that situation, and Daniels did that right there. Showing off, showing out. And it's right through the middle. Every in Illinois' sector essentially did a blitz there, and Daniels read it. Daniels read it, and basically the secondary wasn't there. He saw the opening. He saw the carriage. 1st down for the Jayhawks. 15-yard carry, in fact, I should say. So ball at the 31. Still in their own territory, but now a handoff here towards number 20. 20 able to break some tackles. He's going to stretch his way out towards a 1st down and a gain of 11. Hishaw Jr.'s one of the 2 running backs. Now, if you look at Kansas's depth, they have 5 running backs. You have Hishaw, one of them. Torrey Lachlan actually listed as number 5, but he's been one of those enigma, versatile type players. How about Illinois, too? Got some good players down the stretch. Chase Brown ended the Bengals. Devon Witherspoon 5th overall. 1st down and 10. And it's going to be Daniels keeping it to himself. Rolling right. He'll be taken down around the right hash for about a gain of 6. Second down and 5 again. 4:25 left to go in the 1st quarter. Disregard this sector there. Obviously, running clock. I can't create a running clock, nor do I have a producer to control a running clock. So this is all you get. But 7-5, 4:12 left. Got Neal to the right, and once again Lachlan, or pardon me, it might be number 80-something. 2nd down and 5. Daniels looking left, throwing left. He's launching it deep, and it is incomplete. Looking towards number 0, caught up there with number 14 of Illinois, who puts his right finger in the air saying, no, 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 you're not getting that. But either way, the ball was overthrown by Kansas's quarterback. Again, that's a tight angle, and we've seen Daniels take a few electric plays compared to the first drive, which was pretty textbook. A lot of drives, a lot of runs up the middle. Kansas 3 on 3rd down. They're at their own 47. 2 receivers at the bottom, 1 at the top. You got, once again, the motion man going towards the left. 3rd and 5, he'll throw towards the motion man. It's number 10 going down the left-hand sideline, out on that sideline at around the 40. So once again, a great pickup. Gain of 13 for the Luke Grimm, senior. A starting senior, too. Slot receiver. You want him to play kind of that role, wearing the number 11, just like Julian Edelman, another great slot receiver in the history, at least the modern history of NFL. 2 catches, 25 yards, and now Daniels, the line was set, now he'll change the play. 2 at the top, 2 in terms of receivers, Neal in the back. Daniels once again going with the pitch option, he'll go towards Neal. Neal bustling his way towards the right, and he's able to pick up the 1st down, gain of 12. the run game working really well for the Jayhawks today. Not just the run game, too. The run game and the short passing game working really well. And just like that, the Jayhawks move the chains. How about Devin Neal, too? Junior out of Lawrence, Kansas. Preseason first team All Big 12. First Kansas player with 1,000 rushing yards in the season since 2019. And the only returning 1,000-yard rusher in the Big 12 this year. Again, Big 12 gets pretty interesting next year as they've got some of the 4 from the Pac-12 joining them. And they did have 4 from some other mid-majors joining them this year. First down and 10. It was handed off towards Heshawn. This time he's corralled in the back. It will be a gain, or rather a loss of 3. Number 48 for Illinois leading the charge and taking down Kansas's backup running back. Number 48, that being Barnes. A lot of numbers. Illinois, once again, going with a lot of their backups, if you will, in these big situations. That is in the playing of the game. Second down, Daniels looking towards the left. He's got Neal again. Neal's going to have to escape some trouble to get back to the line of scrimmage. He does so. Going towards the middle left. It's going to be a gain of 3. Third down, less than 2 minutes ago. And called on this play. There was a little scuffle between number 3, Tavion Nicholson of Illinois, and number 5 of Kansas. Number 5 being, let's see, might have been one of the receivers, Doug Emilion. There was a scuffle there afterwards. Looked like Emilion might have been taken down. Unsure to see who the flag might be on. Both teams getting their bearings in this one. And it looks like it will be an unsportsmanlike indeed on Nicholson, seems like. Personal foul, first down for the Jayhawks. Yeah, and again, it seemed pretty unnecessary. It might have been stream for technical difficulties. Doesn't help that I'm also broadcasting myself streamy, so that's a problem sometimes. First down and 10, 150 left to go in this first, and Nicholson once again. Penalties piling up for Illinois. First a face mask that put Kansas to the first and goal, and just like that they made it 7-0. But now once again another first red zone with their crew, with all their fans in their blackout tonight showing up. 1:30 left. Got one playing off. Handoff towards Heshaw, rolling left hash, breaking, handling it through all the way towards the 5-yard line for a gain of 9. Ball will be on the left for the first down, or rather for the second down. In some reports again, they got into some trouble in the second half against Toledo, where they were caught up in just a big comeback. We saw this happening there against Toledo, and penalties pile up too. 9 in the first half for 90 yards, 10 in the second. 5 offensive linemen. Again, another handoff towards Heshaw, rolling left, trying to make it towards the first down marker. He'll be just short, setting up a 3rd and inches, about 18 or so. Well, yeah, about 18 or so. For you guys, 36 inches is a yard, so 18 inches is about half a yard. 30 seconds left, about 4-second difference between the clock and the play clock. Clock and the play clock, if you will. Illinois makes some changes in this one. 3rd and 2. What do they end up doing on this 3rd down? As everybody's to the line. Bunch formation to the left. Daniels throwing left, and that is caught! Touchdown once again for the Jayhawks. Number 47, Jared Casey, the first tight end, catching into the end zone. He ran a simple out route towards the left to corral it, falling to the ground, going towards the end zone. 7 seconds left in this first quarter. Are loving it. Everybody is loving it inside. And again, very similar to the first one. It's just where Illinois just failed to mark the guy that was just standing there in the middle. Once again, a guy standing in the slot, going on an out route towards the left, and he gets it there. First drive rather, was 10 plays, 82 yards. A few seconds left to go in this first quarter. It's all Jayhawks right now. How about that? Jared Casey, the redshirt junior, showing up big. 4 touchdowns in the last 6 games. This young man as well. You love to see that in a college football game too. Everybody's showing up in those moments. It's something you like. Looks like there will be a kickoff here. Again, 7 seconds left, so from a media perspective, not likely to take a timeout here, but fans on their feet showing out here. Big 10 versus Big 12 matchup, which again, like I said before, a lot of Pac-12 matchups are going to be this year. Big 12 against Big... That's going to be the case should they meet up in the future. Big 12 against Big 10. Utah, Arizona State, Arizona, and Colorado going towards the Big 12. They'll be joining Kansas. And then you have Oregon, Washington, USC, and UCLA in the Big 10. It's interesting how this works. You're going to have some interesting matchups. I just want to see another kickoff here. Kickoff guy for Kansas. Couldn't tell who. They've got different kickers. Once again, the ball goes in the end zone for a touchback. So for kickoffs, it's Tabor Allen who's going to be kicking it off. But their place kicker is actually the backup. How about Saturday? SMU, Oklahoma at 6 o'clock Eastern. Grambling LSU, and then Nichols against TCU. A few of them on the Big 12 Now Network alongside ESPN Plus. Grambling LSU just on ESPN Plus. Can't tell if something's wrong. Hold on. Okay, here we go. We're back. First down and 10. 2 receivers to the bottom. Got one in the slot, one at the top. And you're going to have a running back in the back with him. It will be Reggie Love. Love will get the handoff here, rolling towards his left, taken down. Will be a gain of 7. And with that, we've reached triple zeros on the clock. End of the first quarter here from Lawrence, Kansas, up 14-0 against Illinois. Trying to go 2-0 as they did last year. Jalen Daniels running the show right now, getting it out towards some of his tight ends, getting it out towards his running backs. Can they continue it in the second? For now, though, we take a break. So back we go again for the second quarter here from Lawrence, Kansas. Illinois driving there at their 32s. A handoff is given right up the middle towards Ross again. It will be a gain of 5 and a first down. I'm Mihir Sinhasan. Thanks for tuning in on this Friday. Well, it's a Friday night, or rather a Friday evening in Lawrence. About 7:30 there, about 5:30 here in Phoenix. Luke Altmaier, not a good day for him at quarterback for Illinois. 1 for 4, 15 yards so far. Can he get something going here? As you got receivers close up, another handoff towards Rose's running back, and he'll bustle forward for a gain of 6. Rouse has been a nice abode, if you will, for this Illinois side, who's been doing well so far, doing well down the stretch, doing well overall, but obviously has lacked in quarterback for Illinois, 1 for 4, 15 yards, lacked in some categories. Hold on, just messing around. As we're gonna have number 54 down for Illinois. I believe that's one of their offensive linemen. Rouse has been a nice abode, if you will, for this Illinois side, who's been doing well so far. Hold on. Take the mic off. Down the stretch, doing well overall, but obviously has lacked this. So 2nd down and 4 for Illinois. Lacked in some. Just messing around. So we're gonna have number 50. 2nd down and 4 for Illinois. I believe that's one of their offensive linemen. 2nd down and 4. What happens here? You got Adams coming in for Illinois. Backup left tackle, I believe. Looks like the left tackle. So once again, 5 offensive linemen, 2 to the bottom, 1 to the back. Ross in the back. Motion man number 89. Altmaier throwing left. He's got his man number 14. Fails to make the first down. He's just reaching out towards it. Ends up being a gain of 3. Good tackle there. Good coverage by number 2 of Kansas. As will be a 3rd down and 2. What happens here? You got Adams coming in. So now everybody there. Posters are up. Altmaier and crew once again giving directions. Got one on. One to the left, one to the right. Moore was going to be the motion man. Now he takes the snap, trying to bustle through the middle like Blake Bell and the Chiefs, but he is stuffed and read like a book by Kansas. As soon as he went under center, the Jayhawks knew where it was going. And just like that, Illinois in an interesting position. 4th down. It was around the 35-yard line, I presume. Pardon me, the 45-yard line. So now the question is, if you're Brett Bielema and crew, do you decide to go for it here? You're already down by 14. You could have gone for it, and they're going to elect to punt here. Ball goes back. Punt goes up. And once again, fair catch, this time at the 17. So all fair catches have been inside the 20, but the first 2 went for a touchdown. Kansas in full control of this one. 12:24 left, and let's see if the Jayhawks can tack onto this right after this break. 2-tiny lead for the host as they once again get the ball back. Their own 17-yard line. Jalen Daniels orchestrating this attack so far. He's got 3 receivers, trips to the left, 1 to the right, and he got number 12 in the back joining him. Dropping back, 3-step drop. Daniels looking for some options. Pressure coming from 4 and 17 of Illinois. He throws right and will throw away in that regards. Incomplete. So second down. Some changes in number 5. Doug Amulian will head off. Same goes for number 7. So second down again. At their own 17, 6 offensive linemen, 1 receiver to the bottom, 1 to the right. Motion man will be Lachlan. Or pardon me, it will be Grimm. Daniels again. He's looking left towards Grimm. Pressure comes and he's taken down. Slamming him down there. He was the guy that led the attack on the first down. And this time, Jerzon Newton brings down Kansas's quarterback. First sack of the day for the Fighting Illini. He's just bull rushed him there. Third down and what appears to be like 17 or so at this rate. Third down and 18. So not bad. Very close. Mathematical genius here. Not really, but still. 5-man rush. Illinois is showing blitz. Daniels once again making the play up. 4 minutes on the play clock though. They got to get it off in time. They're able to do so. 3rd and 18. Daniels standing in the middle of the field. He's going to throw through the middle. That one is incomplete. Looking towards number 0. And for the first time today, Illinois' defense comes up with a big stop here. Kansas, oh, how about this from Anish Shroff? Kansas, first time this season. That's what I kind of like. Sometimes when I do these live reacts, I like when, like with soccer, I do a lot of, Mundo's broadcast, right? I don't know that much Spanish, so like I can understand some things, but not everything. Nonetheless, it's going to be Kansas's punter back out there, Hugh Robertson. Standing in his end zone, he's able to get the snap to his right, and he'll punt it away. First punt of the day for Robertson. Fair catch will be caught at Kansas's 46-yard line by number 1, or pardon me, punter for Kansas, Damon Greaves. Caught by Isaiah Williams. Field position for Illinois. Take a quick break. How about Isaiah Williams, Friday Night Spotlight receiver for this Fighting Illini? 137 catches, 1,300 yards, averaging 9 touchdowns in his career. He's also been coaching some flag football in the offseason, which is a good thing to see. It's always great to see when football players give back, or basically anybody, and especially athletes, give back to the community. Also, he went on a service trip to Kenya, which is pretty nice. Spent some time there with the unprivileged families, really able to help out there. So 1st down and 10, as Isaiah and crew are back out on the field from Kansas territory today for the Fighting Illini. It'll be the motion man here. Once again, cutting out towards the right. Altmaier will look towards and is caught there by number 14. Able to shake off a tackle, and then another one will be out for about a gain of 1. So, a lot of effort, but unable to get the yards that matter. How about Isaiah Williams, too? Converted from quarterback to wide receiver after the 2020 season. 26 consecutive games with a catch. That's pretty good. His last season, 6.3 receiving catches, if you will, per game. 2nd down and 9. Clock continues to run for Altmaier and crew. Snapping it for a while, able to take it from a shotgun. Dropping back, pressure coming. Trying to escape the pressure. He's down, and he's sacked. Just like that. Kansas and the pressure coming to meet up with Lucas Altmaier. Robinson doing so. Again, we're seeing Kansas again put up some great pressure. I wouldn't say, I would say from what we've seen, pressures look pretty consistent throughout. 3rd down and now 15, and Illinois is back in their own territory, albeit at the 49. 2 receivers at the bottom. Moore's the motion man as he cuts towards the lineman. Altmaier takes the snap. Pressure coming right through the middle. He's going to have to take off and run. He does so. Gets a gain of about 3, but there's a flag on the play. And looks like it is in the backfield. If there's anything, it might be holding. So I assume that Kansas would decline the penalty. It's actually a legal formation. Either way, penalties declined, and Illinois, despite having good field position, will be forced to punt once again. Now, the question is, if you're Belima, do you decide to go for it? 4th and 12, and now Altmaier and the offense are heading towards the sideline. It's 4th down and 12. Now, once again, another punt coming up. Hugh Robertson's been a busy guy today as he sends it high and is caught by one of his special team players at the 6-yard line. So Kansas, in return, will get bad field position to start here. Last time, they had to punt deep, and Jalen Daniels and crew will return to the field. Let's see if they can add some points when we come back. 2-touchdown lead for the Jayhawks as the Illini are back out there. How about the two head coaches today? Both head coach in Wisconsin for 6 years, led the Badgers to 3 bowls. We're heading down to Arkansas. Experienced coaching in the Big Ten. He's had experience coaching in the SEC. Meanwhile, the Jayhawks back out there. Get the ball at the 6-yard line as Neal gets the motion man. Daniels keeps it himself, driving up the middle, and he's slammed down. Spun it around the 5-yard line. It will be a loss of 1. Head coach in Wisconsin. How about that too? It seems like Kansas's offensive line has just not looked that solid in times. Daniels had to use his legs. He's going to have to use that. I mean, I want to see when Devin Neal gets carry because that offense was doing pretty well with him. Second 10. Illinois showing blitz. Again, second down. Daniels throwing towards middle right, and that one's caught there by number 0, rolling towards the right, and before taken down by 12. Number 20 of Illinois, that being Tyler Strain, making a tackle, or really just a shove in that regards. 3rd and 5 coming up for Kansas. So now again, a chance for Kansas. Their defense held up. Their offense started off with 2 drives. Now with 5 there, you get slot, 2 receivers to the bottom, joining him there, and 1 at the top. Daniels once again taking the snap. Free rush coming. He's in the end zone. He's going to have to dance out, and indeed he does. Rolling left, throws on the run. It is caught by number 2. How about that razzle-dazzle on a Friday night? Just like that. Arnold picking up the grab. Lawrence Arnold. And that too, you think about it, this is where I said before, Jalen Daniels has to use his legs. And again, evading a rush from number 4 as Neal's going to take this carry towards the middle left. That will be a solid, maybe 5 or 6 yard gain. But that catch by Arnold was about 32 yards, 32-yard gain. Very good. Very good so far for Kansas. 7:43, 2nd and 4 left. And again, Brett Bielema. Just when you think that he's solved Kansas, Jalen Daniels shows why he's one of the most watched quarterbacks in the Big 12 this year. Once again, another motion. 2 receivers at the top. Big offensive lineman package. Daniels scanning the field. Pressure comes again. He's check it down towards Neal on the left-hand side. Spun out on the near sideline for a gain of 1. A lot of spinning in this game. It's a 3rd down again, and Illinois looking towards the side. Kansas has done well on 3rd downs today. Their only 3rd down they failed to convert was the one where they much more manageable than a 3rd and 12. 5-man rush for Illinois. 5 offensive linemen for Kansas. Jayhawks have been 6 or 7 today on 3rd downs. As Neal joins Daniels in the back. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Daniels taking the snap. He thought about the pitches. Now he's juking forward. He's at the 50, taken down to the 45. Key tackle there. 49 of Illinois. That being Seth Coleman. Right now, once again, they've been using that option, that pitch option, a lot today. Just when you think that Kansas might give it off towards Neal, Daniels takes it himself. He found the lane, as I mentioned before, Seth Coleman, if he doesn't make that tackle, Daniels might be off to the house. 12 rushing yards to 3rd down. That one a 3-yard rush, more than a 3-yard rush to give Kansas the first. They're in Illinois territory at the 44s, 87. And he'll join Daniels. He'll be at the right of Daniels. Now again, another pitch option as Daniels rolls towards the right. This time he spins to break a tackle, but he'll go for only a gain of 2 this time to lead to a 2nd and about a medium long. But how about that too? How about the type of persistence with Daniels when you want a dual threat quarterback? He's not a Lamar Jackson type dual threat quarterback. back where he'll just run down your throat. But he's a guy that likes to play pragmatic in that situation. 2nd down and 9 as the Jayhawks continue to keep rolling. They're at the 42. 7 offensive linemen, 2 receivers. One fakes the handoff towards Neal. Daniels throwing middle. That one's caught there. This time by number, 89. Mason Fairchild. Gain of what appears to be about 12 or so. How about today? Kansas with 15 plays in opposing territory. Illinois with only 2, and I should mention, Illinois only got those 2 because of a punt that was basically coming from Kansas's own end zone. Fairchild will head towards the bench, as now once again 1st and 10 for the Jayhawks. Less than 5 minutes to go in this 2nd quarter, so apologies for down here. It is not get a chance to update it at breaks. So far, so good. Can they continue it here? 3 seconds left to go. Play clock. Daniels through the middle. That one's caught again. One-handed. 9-yard gain coming up this time by number 7, Wilson. Trevor Wilson reaching out his right arm before the tackle by number 10. And then 2nd and 1. And now this is where Jalen Daniels and crew can really unlock something. And especially knowing you got 4 minutes left. Quick approach to the huddle. So once again up the middle. It's Neal. Neal continues to go forward. He's down at the 5. It is all Jayhawks so far. 1st down goal. Gain of about 10 or 11 or so. .330. Again, you think about it, this is a team that started the year off well, was in their house, lost to eventual college football runner-ups TCU at home. Now going forward, 1st and goal, 3:18 left to go in the 1st. Motion man will be there. Handoff will go towards Neal, and Neal walks into the end zone right up the middle. Touchdown, Jayhawks. 3-possession game here in Lawrence. And Devin Neal will add his name to the scoring book. Devin Neal again, adding his name to the score sheet. He's been adding his yards, adding yards throughout today as Kansas has continued to use that tactic, running, passing. Jalen Daniels has started to get some matchups where it's mattered most too. So keep an eye on him as the kick is going to be up and good there by number 34, that being Owen Piepergertz. But how about that? Little roll to the left and just right up the middle. Touchdown, Kansas. They're up 21-0, 3:12 left to go in the 2nd quarter. 3-touchdown lead for the Jayhawks left. Talk about Jalen Daniels had 2 passing touchdowns, and now Devin Neal, the starting running back, added his name to it. Blackout as the sun goes down in Lawrence, Kansas, and this is what the blackout feeling is all about. Showing up, showing out, making the noise, and right now when your team's up by 3 touchdowns, you have a lot of noise to make. Can Illinois get something before the end of this first half? Not to mention, the Jayhawks do get the second half kickoff. Luke Altmaier and the Illinois offense, it has been a day to forget so far. Only 47 yards in general for Altmaier, only less than 20 yards passing. Monday Night Football is going to be nice, though. How about this? Bills against Jets to end out Week 1 of the NFL season. A lot of NFL games I got on my mind. How about the game yesterday, Lions and Chiefs? How about the respect of the Lions going into Kansas City and winning that? So now the rally towel is out, the noise back. Can Altmaier and crew upend it? They had 4 to. This is going to be another handoff towards Ross, who goes up through towards the middle, taken down at the 30 there. Crashing, I believe, was number 28 as well. And so 3 minutes left, and that's a good sign if you're Illinois. Just try to get something moving, try to get something where you can say to yourself, it's all good. It's all good in this moment. 2nd down and 5. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Altmaier takes the snap. 3-step drop towards the middle, lofting it up towards Moore, and he'll catch it. Gain of 9 for a down. The blitz again showing up for Kansas as well, as Moore will once again be out in his tight end position. Will be middle right. The slot, or rather the slot will also be there. Ross leaving the backfield as it's all off towards number 1. A short dump off there. Number 1 stays on his feet. Taken down at Kansas's 48, and for the first time today, Illinois will enter into Jayhawk territory. It's Isaiah Williams. So once again, 27 consecutive games now with a catch for Williams. So Williams now once again will be in the slot. He's got another guy there. And then you've got another guy at the bottom. 5 offensive linemen. Ross in the back as Altmaier takes the snap. A little slant there by number 81, Moore. And he is able to hustle through for the first. So Illinois is starting to get things clicking here as we have 1 left to go in the second. And the Fighting Illini about 40 yards away from Pater. So the ball to 39. Moore again was going to go there, and it looks like Bielema and crew or pardon me, it was actually Kansas was looking to reset themselves. So timeout will be taken by them, believe it or not. An interesting play there by head coach, but I think in that situation it's all about resetting your mind. You have the time on the clock, you have the time going in your favor. You want to use that in your favor, right? You don't want Illinois to drive down a character, right? But the only thing I will say about that, though, is you do have 1 timeout. Essentially, this is an extra timeout going in favor of Illinois. You have 3 timeouts. You're at the 39, 138. And now Luke Altmaier trying to get something going offensively. 31 yards now. So now they've rebroken out of the huddle for the timeout. Back out there. 20 seconds left on the play clock. 5 there. All receivers for Illinois. At the top of the screen is Moore, the offensive line. Crowd continues to be loud as Altmaier throws left, and a back shoulder grab is made there by Williams. He'll be smack-talking the guy receiving at number 15 for Kansas as he'll zone. And Craig Young again. He had great coverage there on Williams, and Williams just a great find there on the back. Ball now at the 10, so 1st and goal from the left hash. Altmaier sees the place. He'll be running up the middle, dashing down, and he'll towards the 3-yard line. Could be sparked at the 4 or marked at the 3. I think they'll mark it at 3 where Altmaier was falling forward. 2nd down. No timeouts have been used yet by the Illini. Jayhawks just used 1 there. So in the event that the Jayhawks want to drive down the field, it looks like Illinois is content to just run out the clock. Jayhawks continue to make some changes. Again, a very big difference in this game if Illinois is down by 14 compared if they were down by 8. Second down, Altmaier with 6 receivers, or rather 6 offensive. Fakes the handoff to Ross, right up the middle. Throw is caught there. Down in the Illini are on the board. Chip Ryman, starting tight end. And the Illini sector making the trips from Champaign and elsewhere. Something to applaud about before the end of this first half. Again, right up the middle, Ryman didn't do much. It was just about breaking away from his defenders. And once again, it was number 4 for Kansas, Marvin Grant, who was probably the closest. He lost his marker. 7 plays, 75 yards in 2.5 minutes. And the Illini are on the board. Kick is up and good by their kicker, number 5, that being Caleb Griffin. 41 seconds left. If you're Kansas, you still have chances, right? You still have chances to show who you are. You still have chances to drive down the field. All right, so let me give a little updates. Again, thanks for tuning in on what is well, if you're on the East Coast, it's a Friday night. If you're on the West Coast like me, it still is Friday evening. 41 seconds in this first half. There we go. 41 seconds left to go in this first half. Kansas up 27 or 20 rather to 7. I mean, usually when I do this, I don't have all these graphics. This is the first time I'm doing it. So I should at least look at this and get a picture of what I can't see in the moment. But nonetheless, thanks for tuning in. I see a lot of you guys coming in. Appreciate it on this Friday. Just still trying to build my craft as a sports journalist, as this one is kicked forward there, high in the sky. And once again, another ball falling into the end zone for a touchback. So the crew have to go, what it seemed like, it's at least from a college level, probably guess at least 45 yards to at least field goal range here. But again, Jalen Daniels, a guy who's used his legs today, a guy that's just thrown deep a few times down the stretch. Got one out to his tight end earlier in the game. .41. Here we go. So six offensive linemen. Got 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Once again, or actually, no, it will be a handoff here towards Hishaw. Hishaw still going, goes out on the left sideline, so he's able to stop the clock. Reaching forward, and he might just be short of the first down. So it was a first down. Hishaw very close to that marker. Again, very smart move. Now the thing is, in college, even if he goes down and he gets the first down, that is going to be a play clock stop for a while before the offense is set at the line of scrimmage. So there are still a lot of chances, and Kansas doesn't necessarily have timeouts here. 1 receiver at the bottom, 2 now at the top. Man is sent out there on the far right. Daniels coming as he remains in the left hash. Now he'll have to roll right and try to find some options. What can Daniels do? He's looking for options. Throws deep on the right, on the run. It is caught. It is caught there by Luke Grimm. Well, I'll tell you what. Maybe the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes couldn't make that throw yesterday, but Luke Grimm just made that catch there. And once again, Jalen Daniels with a great dime. 20 seconds left. Kansas has elected not to use their timeout here as Daniels drops back. He throws there towards the end zone right-hand side. Incomplete. And flags are thrown. Skinner was running that route there, and as soon as he was taken down, he told the refs to call it. The defender who was there, number 20 for Illinois, that being Tyler Strain, did not even turn his back once to find the ball. Pass interference. So Kansas, once again, closer to that area. Again, the biggest thing in college is that difference between the pass interference, right? And in football, it's a spot foul. In some other places, 15-yard penalty in this situation. But how about this pass, though, by Jalen Daniels on the run, towards Luke Grimm. And I forgot to mention it, but he was taken down around the 20. That's about a 45-yard gain. Now here comes Neal. He takes the snap, bustling through. Did he get in? Right up to the middle. No, he'll just be short. 9 seconds left, and Kansas will elect to use their second timeout. Now it looks like, I don't know if the officials are there. Well, it is a timeout, so that itself should be an indication to Kansas to say these are things that could be a little bit better. Excuse me. Kansas once again looking for some options. Both teams at timeouts. And again, second and goal, you've got one timeout left in the book. So you could throw it here, or you could simply just sneak it up the middle. But where do you essentially try to draw the line between just trying to sneak it in? Maybe you try to go there, even if it's around 3 seconds. A quick or 28-7. Second and goal. Center already set. Daniels now will go wide. Taken by Hishaw. He's running towards the end zone. Does he get in? Rolling middle left. He broke the plane. Touchdown. So 5 seconds left. Kansas. 35-second drive. 20-yard line. 80 yards to the house. And Daniel Hishaw adding his name. So now 2 rushing touchdowns for the Jayhawks. The Jayhawks continue to do their signature wave. Continue to be in charge of this. That's a big, big possession, as we're going to see an injury. Denzel Jackson. How about Hishaw, though? It's a good blocking. It's a good roll there in the offensive line. Overall, it's a great effort by Kansas today. Offense doing well, even when they're caught up in a blitz. They know how to get out, right? Jalen Daniels, great play there. So 5 seconds. Kick is up and good. So 28-7, and just when Illinois thinks that they're going to get into between striking range, Kansas says no. We've got the lead, we'll extend it, and they get the second half kickoff. So things are really well. Home team right now up 28-7 here. Now with about 5 seconds left in this first. So this one pretty much done in terms of the first half. Again, obviously, you never know what can happen in college football. Things can change. But pretty much things are going the way the Jayhawks would expect, right? They had that big win, 48-14 against Missouri State. They back it up, and they're beating an Illinois team that, yes, they did struggle against a MAC team in Toledo, but they got the win. Kansas showing why they're one of the best teams, one of the biggest teams to mess with. And you think about the fact that you got Texas, the fact that, like, if you can take a result, like if you can win against one of those two teams before those other sent off towards the SEC, or even like the newcomers, right? Houston, Cincinnati, who else? UCF, right? All these other teams that are starting to get more attention as this one is kicked into the end zone for a touchback. So it will probably just be a quick kneel down there. And Kansas ready to make their way towards the locker room. How about the touchdown drives tonight? You had 10 plays for 82, 1385, 11 for 94, 4 plays for 75 yards. And again, the biggest one was that 45-yard towards Lucas Grimm. On the run, Jalen Daniels doing his best Patrick Mahomes impression, although as I said before, Mahomes didn't make too many of those types of grabs, or rather didn't make many of those catches, or passes, or whatever you want to call it, in that game. Altmaier will back up a couple yards and take a knee, and with that, first half is in the books from Lawrence. So far, the team in black and their fans in black cheering so far on this Friday night, trying to the weekend with the win. Well, it's going in their favor right now. 28-7, they find themselves up on Illinois, and they'll be receiving the second half kickoff. things doing well, things showing up, things showing out, and it's one of the reasons to continue it this season. I'm Mihir Sinhasan, and I'll take a quick break, and I'll be back for the second half right here on YouTube. So we're back on our way here, second half from Lawrence, Kansas. The Jayhawks rock chalk up 28-7 on the Fighting Illini. I am Mihir Sinhasan. Thanks for tuning in on what is a great Friday night, you should say. Well, still evening here on the West Coast. I'm still going to pick the bone at that, but first down and 10 looks like they're... Let's see here. 31-yard line, first down and 10. Daniels once again going to take the snap. Give it off towards Neal. Neal bustling his way through. He's right up the middle. He's at the 50, 40, 30. Tackle down to the 25. How about that to start off the second half? 45 yards there by Devin Neal. Just like that. Again, just a way to sift around the defense, to find the open space, and to take off right where it mattered. That's a great way. Well, that right there, folks, is a great way to start off. Oh, hold on. So how about that? 14-10 in the third quarter. Right up the gut will be a gain about 1 or 2. So not much there. As is Reed Adams, the offense, Neal there. Reed Adams piling over Nicholson. 14-10 left to go in the third. Again, thanks for tuning. Excuse me. That's what happens when you get the churro chips in at halftime. 14-10 left to go in this third quarter. Second down and 8. Once again, receiver at the top, receiver at the bottom. You got 6 offensive linemen, 1 playing off. Now a little change here. I have Semelian and crew heading to the other. Daniels in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Now once again, will roll towards the left. He's got to do something. He'll throw towards the left. And it's incomplete as he throws it away. Let me trying to get the depth chart back up here for both teams. But Wi-Fi has been a little hit or miss. 3rd and 8 less. And Kansas continuing to attack. The odds of this game were pretty favorable, but not too favorable. I did not see anything higher than -200. So it is a little bit of a surprise to see Kansas up by 3 possessions, despite this being at home and despite having the blackout. But 3rd and 8, once again, he's got Neal in the back. He's got 2 to the right, 2 to the left. As Semelian motions out, now you've got Grimm motioning towards the left. Daniels looking that way towards the left. He'll throw there, and this one is incomplete. Grimm tried to grab it, but great coverage there by number 14 of Illinois. So 4th and 8, and only for the second time today, Kansas fails to convert on a 3rd down. But they are in field goal territory, so they can bring out their kicker. So 48 yards. 57% made field goals. That's the 6th lowest in FBS. That was the case last season. Last week, 2 field goals and 5 extra points. Let me bring my mic back here. My apologies if you couldn't hear me. 41-yard attempt from the right hash. Kick is up. Kick is good. Just sneaks in through the right post. Flag flies at the end. As right now, it looks like got a field goal. Unsportsmanlike conduct. So number 88 for Illinois called for unsportsmanlike conduct. Can't tell what's exactly. I think it might be doubled. My stream might be doubled. I can't tell where it might be coming from, but it is coming from somewhere. So we'll give ourselves that. Either way, I'm trying to pull up the depth chart still, and it's still not working. So I have to go from memory, or to the best of my ability, that is. Again, haven't done too many of those call out by number type tactics that I've done before, but nonetheless, Kansas continuing a roll here, 31-7, 13-14 left to go. Let's get this up and running. So 13-14, it's set, correct? Yes. 13 and how about this dude from the Jayhawks? The thing is, It's one thing to do it against a non-Power 5. It's easy to do it against a mid-major or a lower conference. To do this against a team like Illinois is played pretty solid, right? I mean, they just had their first winning season in 11 years, 11, 12 years. How about this, too? 5 scores on 6 drives. Had 7 scores on 9 drives against Missouri State. So, already, and Randolph Jr. called for the unsportsmanlike conduct. We'll head towards the bench. Kickoff will go well past the end zone as it was around the 50-yard line because of that penalty. And Illinois will once again get a start up there. Luke Altmaier, under center today for Illinois, has not played that well. How about that, guys? He's cheering because he and his buddy just caught the ball. They just saw it got sailed right from the 50-yard line into the stands. But Altmaier and crew need to do something quick here. It is going from bad to worse as the sun has officially gone down, and with that, Illinois' chance this does too. First down and 10. Handoff will be given a little around the rosy. Isn't. Number 0 keeping it himself as he rolls towards the right, out on the far touchline. First down and 10 for a gain of 11. Flag at the end. You can't tell who it was, but maybe it was on number 3 of Kansas. Number 3 did it. Number 13 for Illinois. It was actually number 1 for Kansas. Called for the foul. Couldn't really see it. Maybe Kenny might have an answer to it. And that's what we're going to get. So, that is weird, though, that it was Kenny Logan, the one called for it. Either way, I'm not getting depth charts whatsoever on here, which kind of sucks, but you kind of roll with it at times. Either way, I'm going to try to pull it up on my phone. Now, first down and 10 for Illinois. Brett Bielema is trying to find an answer as to whatever ended up happening. Nonetheless, Illinois now at the 49 on the right hash. 5 offensive linemen, 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Altmaier takes the snap, looking towards the left. Pressure comes, continues to go, and he's taken down. Number 9 for Kansas, through. It was almost like Altmaier was surrounded on both sides, and he had to pick one, and just like that, Altmaier, or rather, it was number 9 for Kansas, sacking number 9 for Illinois. Second down and 16. Booker, it seemed like it, again, didn't have the best angle. So, second down and 16. Will be handoff given there towards number 0, Brown. He's trying to bustle through. He's spinning off a few. He's able to get a second 2-yard gain. 2-yard gain there from McCray. That's wearing number 0. Third down and 14. Third and long. Again, that sack was about 6-yard loss. So that factors in as well. Fighting Illini have been 1 in 5 today on third downs, and this Lawrence is not going to make it any easier for them. Trips to the left, 1 at the top. Running back playing off. 5 offensive linemen as Altmaier gets throwing left, throwing towards the marker. It's caught there by 14, but he was nowhere close to the first down marker. At the very least, about 1 or 2 yards off. Short coming for Illinois. As they're able to get a decent game, about 13-14, and Brett Bielema is going to keep his offense out on the field. Now, the question is, it also depends on where they spotted it too, right? Where do they say there's ensuing motion progress if you're the referees? And they're going to give that marker at around the 48-yard line. It's going to be a 4th and 4. So not the most favorable for Illinois' offense, and they're going to take a timeout here to talk over this move. Here are my thoughts on it. You're down by 24. It's a 3-possession game, but you need to start getting some sort of offense. you need to get something going. And that's what's going to happen. They're at a break, so we'll take a break as well. So, ball in the court of Luke Altmaier. Again, 4th and 4s, the broadcasters were saying. 4th and 4, down by 1, able to convert for the first time. A deep throw, too, down the right sideline. And that ended up being the decider. Well, it ended up leading to the decider. So, once again, a 4th and 4, this time down by 24 rather than 1. 25 on the play clock. What do the Fighting Illini end up doing? Ball will be at the 43-yard line of Kansas. Taking the snap, once again, trips to the left. They're in a bunch formation. One on the right. Kansas showing blitz. One will be your motion man, as it will be Altmaier dropping back. Throws to the middle. Crossing route made there by 13, but he is well short of the first down marker. Only a 2-yard gain. And the Illinois Illini turn it over on downs once again. They've only had one drive today, which has ended in points. And that will continue to be the case until further notice. Let me check. 10:48 left to go in the third quarter. So let me update this clock. Again, you think about how it is. There's Stream East. So already we're behind the actual broadcast. And then to mention all these delays. So it's pretty far back. Nonetheless, it's going to be Hishaw getting the grab here, rolling towards the left. Tackled there by number 14 in open field. Will be a gain of 2 for the Jayhawks. How about this too? You think about Kansas's football program in general, much like Duke. I covered Clemson Duke on Monday, where it's like, this is a team that historically, maybe it's because of their basketball team, they haven't been a football school. Their football team has been overlooked. And then you have these certain situations where they do get that opportunity, right? They had a great season last year. 500. Meanwhile, 2nd and 7. Chaos package here. You got 3 offensive linemen, 4 to the right, and Neal rolling back. Daniels will pitch it off towards Neal. Neal into some open space. He's at the 50, 40, cutting back on the right-hand side, taken down to the 32. How about that, folks? 20-plus yard gain there for Devin Neal and Kansas as they once again hurdle forward. But how about this? And again, back there's Travis Goff, Kansas's athletic director, is being interviewed by Paul Carcaterra of ESPN. It helps. It from my perspective, this is what helps you as a grouping, right? First down and 10. Right hash, the 33 of Illinois. Daniels takes the snap, throws left. Short there, and not the best catch as number 7 had to regain his balance, but he's able to get towards what I believe to be the 28 or so. So roughly about 6, 7 or so yards, if you will. Second down will be the left hash, 28. Second down and 5. Daniels looks towards the sideline to make sure he's okay. Make sure the play call is okay. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. As one takes the handoff, throws towards his receiver, number 2. He lost the ball, and Illinois got it back. First turnover of the day. Scoop number 21 of the Fighting Illini. And it'll be taken down around the 20-yard line. .842 Bush with the pickup. And with that, we head to another break. .842 left to go in this third quarter. Kansas turned the ball over for the first time today. You look at how Illinois has played overall. It hasn't been good, but they were able to get a solid drive together, not much, and more importantly, they were able to force the ball out of Kansas's hands, only allowing a field goal. It is still a 3-possession game, and that's the important thing if you're Illinois. As a handoff, or rather, handoff is fake. It's going to go towards number 1, side, towards Ross. Gain of 14, simply just getting the pass off a screen. Luke Altmaier trying to put this drive together here as he looks towards the sideline. Once again, a lot of things in the sideline. You got the kid Michael Jordan, Dallas Cowboys, Michael Scott, LA Lakers. Ball to 35 in the right hash as Altmaier looks left, throws left, and it's incomplete. Dropped there right in the breadbasket of... He's trying to go towards Williams this time, and he's unable to make the grab. Look at that again. You look at how Illinois has played. Williams has been one of those key characters for Illinois through the years and down the stretch. He's going to line up in the slot here. He's got one more on the left joining him. Tight end will go join the offensive line. And then you got one on the right. Altmaier and crew look towards the sideline. He'll change the play up as 23 joins him in the back. Towards the right of him, Altmaier once again snaps the ball. He'll hand it off towards 23's, juking and cutting all the way towards a 41. 6. Tackled there by, couldn't tell. So 3rd and 3. About 7:50 left to go in this third quarter. So still plenty of time left if Illinois wants to plan a comeback. But they're going to have to be strategic here. 89 will join him there. It'll actually be given towards 23. He'll get the first down as he cuts towards the left. Still keeps it on his feet as he's taken down to Kansas's 48. So again, another nifty pickup, if you will, of about 10 yards. First down, 7:16, 7:15 left. Ball on the left hash now. 6 offensive linemen, 1 to the left, 1 to the right in terms of receivers. Altmaier dropping back. Sees some space. Now he's going to have to go on the run, but he'll throw it there towards 13. He dropped it, bobbled it for a while, and it's intercepted. Picked off there by number 8, and it's just simply the case of strong. Number 13 for Illinois just lost the ball in his hands, and it just so happened that 3 was right in the area. So right after Kansas turns the ball over, Illinois does the same. It's just like he almost bobbled it right towards him. He just was unable to grab it. And again, give credit to the other guy. There was another guy pressuring, another Kansas guy, I should say, pressuring him in that middle. And with that caused the change in whatever happened. And Kansas, just like that, has the ball back. So 31-7 though, and the weird thing is, well, we have a break, I'll mention it, but ball midfield on the left hash, 3 receivers to the right, none to the left, and motion man there will be your tight end towards the right part of the offensive line. Ball handed off, Daniels actually keeps it himself. Daniels still going on his way, at the 40, the 35, taken down, slammed to the sideline there by number 14 of Illinois, gain of 13. Or so. Actually, might be more like 12 for the Jayhawks quarterback. Look at, or actually, pardon me, that was not Daniels, that was Neal taking it. So it was a handoff. But Neal again. You look at the power, you look at the pace, you look at this. I think that's the biggest thing we've seen from this team. Have a good package. 7 offensive linemen as Daniels fakes the handoff. He'll throw deep here, and that is caught at the 15. Gain of more than 20 as Kansas continues to move. They're in the red zone once again as number 2 makes the catch. First down. 550. How about this? 18 for 25, 243 yards, I should say. And on the back, 5 offensive linemen. He'll pitch it out towards Hishaw. Hishaw rolling left, and he's met up by a plethora of Illinois defenders, only getting 1 yard as it's out towards the left sideline. So 5:25 left. Third quarter continuing to wind down in this one. Again, disregard whatever this is at the bottom. Second down and 9. Daniels will fake the handoff, and he'll keep it himself this time. Just a measly gain, about 1. Actually, yes, it was Daniels. It's third down. What can Kansas do here? 3rd and 7. 3rd and longs have worked somewhat in their favor today. Less than 5 minutes to go. They can continue to go forward. 3rd and 7. As players continue to meet up in that right spot. Again, many offensive linemen there. 5 there. Many receivers. Motion man there. As this one's caught there. Good spin. Good jukes. Going forward. 5 and into the end zone. Flag on the play. Right now, it's a touchdown for the Jayhawks. It's Emilian. It's going to come back, though. So the flag is on the play. It's going to be an illegal block in the back. That's credit to Emilian. And Jaden Daniels, the tight end, will be called for the foul. 4:33, but it's been an onslaught Friday night, if you will. Kansas leading 31-7. That actually been called a touchdown for Emilian and the Jayhawks. Indiana up 38-7 on Indiana State right now. And you also have Rhode Island beating Stony Brook 35-14. So onslaught's in favor of the home side as we're going to take a look at this illegal block in the back. Didn't seem like much of a block in the back from first reference. A little bit perplexing if you're a Jayhawk fan. 6 offensive linemen, and now looks like the referee might be checking. Couldn't tell. I think it was just checking eligibility. Seems to be okay. 23 seconds before Kansas must snap the ball. Number 50, the center, holding it. Going up there, he's got 5 other offensive linemen joining him, motion man, as this one's pitched out towards Hishaw. Hishaw running on the right-hand side. Evaded 1 tackle, but he will get the second one taken down. To gain of 4, sets up a reasonable kick here for Kansas's kicker, number 34. But that illegal block in the back was a tough one. But again, it's not that much because it puts you in a situation where you're up by 27. You're up in a situation where it kind of matters. So 30-yard attempt will be coming from the right hash. Less than 4 minutes left to go in this one. Let's take a look at this. 5 seconds left. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up. And right down Broadway. So the Jayhawks make it 34-7 in favor of themselves. But Kansas, how about that? 3:46 left to go in the third. All Jayhawks. Rock chalk on this Friday night. I don't think any score we are seeing right now. 34-7 in favor of the Kansas Jayhawks on the Illinois Fighting Illini. Kansas Jayhawks, he's happy. The students right now, they're happy because the blackout is in full effect here in Lawrence, Kansas. They'll be celebrating tonight after this. Again, a team that went 4-0 to start. You're thinking, is this the year Kansas wins the Big 12? And it looked like it for a while, and then the losses started to pile up. 1-6 in the past 7 games of the season. Lost to Arkansas in their bowl game, 55-53 in a triple overtime. As this one is kicked back up and away. And again, another touchback. No return off a kickoff in this game so far. 6. And so far, things have been working well. As I mentioned before, pretty easy Friday night if you're betting the money line. If you're betting the home teams, you're very happy so far. Kansas up 34-7. Rhode Island up 35-14 on Stony Brook. Indiana, last time I checked, up 38-7 on Indiana State, and that remains true. The Stony Brook, Rhode Island game is up right now, so far, so good. And the U.S. Open on tonight. Kawasaki has Daniil Medvedev. Winner faces Djokovic as we're back to the action. First down and 10. That one's caught by number 80. Rolling down the right. It's going to be a gain of 7. B on the catch. Second down and 3. B, who just will line up on the far right. Will run the line of scrimmage. Altmaier throws it back off a screen as Beatty bustles all the way for a first down. Gain of 5. But again, it's just simple chunks here and there by Illinois. Nothing much overall. What seemed very good. Got Larry Bird, fire, paint, a board, and a bird. Interesting. Meanwhile, Zero spinning out of a tackle that would have put him about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but he's eventually taken down at the round of a yard behind by 37. Second down and 11. 182 yards today for Illinois, 431 for Kansas. Altmaier drops back. Pressure comes and he's down. Number 9 again, pulling up for another sack. Third down for Illinois. Brett Bielema not happy with his quarterback and not happy with his offense's performance so far today. Their only touchdown came just a few moments before half. And you're thinking maybe Illinois is back. Kansas went down the field in 40 seconds and capped it off with a touchdown. Made it 28-7. Proceeded to get 3 field goals here in the second half. Kansas also with 4 sacks. 3rd and 18. Here we go. Altmaier, 6 offensive linemen to the left, 2 to the right. Altmaier is able to escape the pocket. He's got some room. He's got the left-hand sideline. He's at the 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Fighting Illini. And Luke Altmaier couldn't do it through the air, but boy, he just went 70-plus to the house on the ground. 72 yards. A perfect parting of the Red Sea as Fighting Illini's quarterback went towards the left, and he stayed there all the way towards the end zone. And the lead is now down at 21. Now the question, if you're Brett Bielema, do you decide to go for the 2-point conversion, keep this a 3-possession game, or do you decide to kick an extra point? And when I mean 3-possession game, I mean 2 touchdowns, both with a 2-point conversion, and a field goal. That would be the official ruling of it. But how about that? Just when you think Luke Altmaier's been stymied, you get that kind of play. Sensational from the Starkville resident. 2-point attempt at the 3-yard line per usual. 6 offensive linemen, 2 receivers to the right. It's going to be Altmaier dropping back. Pressure comes. He throws. Trying to get towards the back of the end zone. It is incomplete towards Williams, number 1. Altmaier, who is down, flag on the play. It seems like might have been called for roughing the passer for all you know, but boy, it has been an interesting day if you are Fighting Illini. Let's take a look at this again, because I feel like there's a part of me that play was in time. Altmaier got rid of the ball as soon as the tackle was being made on him. It looked like, oh, they're calling targeting on it. That might be why. Yeah, that might be why. Because who was it? It was number 9. Even though he was coming, he led possibly with the crown of the helmet, which might have caused Altmaier to be down in such pain. He is up, though. He is up, he is walking, and seems to be fine. Now, Kansas still up 34-13. Again, if there's no foul, we could get someone else. Meanwhile, number 4, the backup quarterback, is warming up right now in the case that Altmaier cannot go. So, calling the field was no. Altmaier was a defenseless receiver going through this. He's saying he's a defenseless player, essentially. He's a defenseless player. So that's why the crown of the helmet thing's there. Although he lets the ball fly after that initial contact, that 9 plays on him, there's still that discrepancy, if you will. Again, high pass. I mean, not much for Isaiah Williams to do there. But it looks like under review, it looks like it is going to be targeting, called a number 9. So he is disqualified for the day. Taken down. Now taken, I should say. Stream health is not ideal on this one, but as of right now, call the field. Targeting. And because, and this is what they're saying, because it was a second half targeting, he will miss the next game for Kansas. So to Ball State, he's going to be coming in. And it looks like, I don't know, it looks like Altmaier might be coming back into this one. So number 9, once again, disqualified. He's got 2 sacks today. Kansas going to Nevada. I believe Reno? Yes. They're going to Reno next, and then they host BYU to wrap up non-conference play. It's actually a decent schedule, if you were to ask me. 2-point attempt coming up here. Altmaier's still in the game. Running back in the back. 2 receivers out to the left. Simple handoff, and it is, as he reaches out, number 0. Did he get it? McCray was trying to say he got it. He was the one grabbing and carrying the ball. Illinois celebrating like he scored it. Let's take a look at this. It was very close to the goal line. Through. He was holding it with the left hand, and that might be the key, is did that left hand cross? As the knee goes down, it looks like the nose of the crossed that goal line. And it looks like the referees are going to take a look at this. It is very, very close to call there. And again, a decent carry by McCray, the Illinois running back. As I mentioned before, disregard that part at the end. Illinois touchdown. It is now 34-13. They are now deciding if there is a 2-point conversion given. Illinois, if they were to get the 2-point conversion, make it 8-6 in this third quarter, the first time they've ever won a quarter in this game. Went 14-0 in the first, 14-7 in the second. It's hard to tell because like you see the walkthrough, you see that he's going down, but I feel like the way the camera was stopped, it looks like it was just a cross, or half of the ball rather was a cross, and indeed it is. So Illinois only down by 19 now. So 34-15, Kansas now leads. So Illinois trying to make this a more modest scoreline. Nonetheless, though, still 3 possessions behind. Still a long, long way to go in this one. So 2-point conversion staying Illinois. Again, it's hard to gauge Illinois from what we've seen in what is almost 7 quarters of play. Very close against a mid-major team in Toledo. Then they're not doing so well here. Penn State comes to town, and comes to Champaign in that regards next week. That could, I mean, no one respect to Illinois, but that could get ugly. Then after that, they've got Florida Atlantic at home. Their next conference game is against Florida Atlantic, and that's their only non-conference game of the year, actually. So after this, all Big Ten. Actually, you think about it, they've got Purdue on the road, Nebraska at home, Maryland on the road, Wisconsin at home. Wisconsin, another ranked opponent, but no Michigan, no Ohio State. So Illinois getting a pretty good piece of the pie this year in terms of in-conference schedule, but in terms of what it is, not the case. Now, here comes a kickoff return. First one of the day, as our runner is taken down between the hashes at the 15, taken down there by number 32. Texas and Alabama on Saturday. That's a game a lot of people are for. I mean, we saw it happen in Austin last year. Alabama winning on a last-second field goal, winning it at the death, if you will, to give them the win, beating Texas 20-19. Sold-out stadium, DKR, Darrell K. Royal Stadium in Austin. That's going to be a good rivalry, especially since once Texas makes the move. Meanwhile, Jalen Daniels will hand it off here towards Neal. Neal scam in space at the 20, 30, or rather it's Hishaw doing so as he's taken down at the 43. Gain of 28 for the senior running back. And again, just, he's got the speed, he's got the power. Not really using the power that much there, but he's got the speed just to find that open space. Illinois doesn't have any real defenders on that side. Got some other interesting games too, college football. Washington State, North Carolina. Last year, remember that crazy game in the mountains? North Carolina won that 61 as Bryce Cabledew in his 29th start today, his right tackle that really led the charge on that. 43 seconds left in this third, as this time Daniels keeping it himself. Daniels still going through the middle, as he'll have to cut left towards that spot. 3-yard gain, and now 30 seconds left in this third quarter. Play clock has not continued running, so I assume that this should be the end of the third. Illinois with a touchdown. Fresh off a Luke Altmaier 72-yard rushing tutty to the house. Kansas adding 2 field goals before that, which puts us at a 19 game. So, with that, we are very the fourth quarter here in Lawrence. The Jayhawks trying to see this go 2-0 for the second consecutive year, or we could see something happening down the side. So now it's officially the end of the third quarter. The blackout in Kansas doing their work. Let's see if it's enough to see this one out the other way. Time for the witching hour from Lawrence, and right now the Jayhawks, for most of this game, have had the majority of the momentum. They're up 4-50 right now on the Illinois Fighting Illini. I'm Mihir Sinhasan. Thanks for tuning in on this Friday night. Now you can officially almost say Friday night. 7:15 here on the West Coast. Started out with daylight, and now it is officially night. And again, if you're Kansas, you just want to see this out. Again, Illinois can come back, don't get me wrong. As Kansas takes the ball here, they're at the 47-yard line. Jalen Daniels, standing under center, and now shotgun, dip towards number 7, and he'll scatter towards the 50-yard line, sets up a 3rd and short. Flag on the play, though. It's just like that. And you think about it, too. This game is far from over, right? This game is far from over. Illinois can still come back. It can still beat at the very least, if not winning this. Well, let's see what ends up happening now. For what it seems like, might be another targeting play, but it doesn't seem likely. Personal foul. They're going to call targeting on number 8. Interesting. First down. And now it's going to be under review. So, Tariq Barnes is going to be called for it. But I don't know. You ask if you really... Yeah, it didn't seem like there was much target. It was actually number 3. They were going to call targeting on him, but it didn't seem like, although he was diving forward, he did not lean with the crown of his helmet. How about this, too? And again, good balance on the other side by 7 to, once again, slurping towards the ground. But it's already got a personal foul in the day, so yeah. So call's reversed. He stays in the game. 14:52, and yes, we're only 8 seconds into the 4th quarter. Kansas continuing to drive here. Again, a touchdown in this situation would really help. It puts you about, what, 25, 26, 27? So, at the very least, it makes it a 4-possession game, regardless of if you make a conversion or not. 3rd down and 3 for the Jayhawks. They're at midfield, ball on the left hash. Got 5 offensive linemen, 1 left, 2 to the right in terms of receivers. 1 back, it's going to be Hishaw back with Daniels. Hishaw does not get the carry. Daniels carries it out, and here comes Grimm the other way. He's slaloming and sliding down to the 31, gain of 19. Actually, it was number 0 doing the honors. And how about that again? The little bit over the middle route. Kind of an X cross, if you will. Shallow cross, if you play Madden. And it looks like we another final Illini down. Number 21 is down on one knee. Now he'll get up and he'll walk off with it under his own power. 14-8. Slow 4th quarter, if you will. And I say that with respect. Jayhawks still with a room to try to get towards the end zone. Skinner with a catch. He's wearing the number 0 jersey today. Stats so far, I would guess stats have been amazing, knowing from what we've seen. First down, Jalen Daniels and crew. I'm going to get Jalen Daniels, and then get Jaden Daniels, former Arizona State quarterback and a current LSU. You know, to mention former Arizona quarterback. For a current LSU quarterback, did not do so well against Florida State. They got whooped in Orlando. They're back to try to... First down and 10, by the way, for Kansas. Left hash, the 31-yard line of Illinois. So you've got Hishaw behind motion man as he heads towards the slot. Daniels hands it off. Going towards Eshaw again. He stiff arms a guy, but only manages the line of scrimmage as he's out on the left sideline. So it's Newton pushing him out. Second down, still got 13:25 left. Daniels and crew back in the huddle. What can they do in this certain stretch of time, right? If you think about it, they get one more score, the game gets over, and kind of go into kind of rudimentary talks, if you will. As Daniels drops back, pressure goes, he flies it towards the end zone. It is intercepted. Number 14 undercutting the route. He was looking towards number 7, Daniels, and 14 was able to get in front of him, able to jump up at the right time, and second time today, the Jayhawks turn it over. Illinois with a much-needed stop on defense. Can they turn it in offense after a little while? Let's see as we head to break. Less than 13 minutes to go here from Lawrence, and number 14 for Illinois, the defensive side, fired up. Just got a pick, and once again, Illinois remains in this game. It's just a matter of trying to close the gap, and last time we saw it, it ended up going for a touchdown, so you never know. Finding the line down as Altmaier takes the snap. He's going to roll left, throws left, it's popped up in the air, and all picked off as it falls down. Number 2 for Kansas was right in the grill of the Illinois receiver. Number 14 is unable to corral it. Shifting momentum too had that happened. 2nd down and 10. 3 receivers to the right. You got 6 offensive linemen, 1 running back with him. Altmaier once again taking the snap, pocket collapsing, and he is taken down. Loss of 3 on the play, 97 and through. Crew coming and thumping through. And again, he's able to finish off the play. 3rd down. And Illinois is in real trouble. Because the thing, you think about it, it's not just getting the score, it's about time right now. It's one thing if it's halftime, you're down by 19. It's another when you have about 12 left. You have 3rd down and 12 left. Altmaier, 3-step drop. Into some space, he'll loft it over towards the right-hand side. That one's caught there by Isaiah Williams. He's out around the 35, and that will be about a gain of 15 to 20. And around the 40-yard line or so. So, again, when you think about it, Luke Altmaier's made some pretty good plays. It's only happening now. It's not happening. It didn't happen in the first. Receivers out to the left, 1 to the right, 5 off, and a running back in the back. Altmaier fakes the handoff. Now he'll throw it off towards his running back, 23, and he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage, taken out on the right sideline there for a loss of 3. Second down and 10. Love and crew have struggled. So has Altmaier. So has William. Everybody for Illinois has found some sort of struggle today. But it's just in the case that you know you have Penn State coming to town next week, are you in a situation where you can be competitive? 2nd down and 10. Altmaier, pocket collapsing. It's tight as he throws to the middle. It's caught there by number 10, or 80 rather, and he'll pick up the 1st down. How about Beatty, too? Got a few screens here and there in the second half. Didn't see much action in the first. As now 1st down and 10. Hank Beatty. 3 catches, 23 yards. As Love is sent out wide, he was right next to Altmaier. Altmaier, speaking of him, was going to go right through the middle. Stumbled as he approached the 1st down marker. Looks like he got enough for the 1st. Or it will be a very, very short 2nd down and 1. Looks like 10:50, 10:43. And you think about it, as soon as this game goes on, it goes more in favor of Illinois, right? Passing so far for Altmaier, 152 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 INT. He was below 100 for a lot of this game. 2nd down and 1. He's dropping back. It's only a 2nd down and 1, but he's able to make the short throw off towards Love for a gain of 3 as he goes out on the right sideline. 1st down and 10, and Illinois again needs to keep on turning the wheels, try to get something forward. Approaching 10 minutes left to go in this 4th quarter. Again, disregard this. I usually only get a chance to update it at that time. As he's going to throw the screen here towards Williams. Williams breaks 1 tackle. He's going down the left. He's going towards the left in the sideline. Taken down to the 15. Great gain there by Isaiah Williams. Picking up about 20 yards or so. First down and 10. Now if you're Kansas, you want to make sure you don't go into auto drive here. Or auto drive, autopilot, same thing. You don't want to go autopilot and allow a touchdown 2-pointer, because then it's a close game as Altmaier barrels up the middle. And it will go down towards the 11-yard line. It was actually number 3 doing so. 2nd down. 9:12 left is Fegan, the running back, doing so. First time I've called his name today. First time he's seen some yardage going in his name. 2nd down and 6. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 5 offensive linemen. As Fegan remains in the backfield with Altmaier. In shotgun, Altmaier takes a snap. Looks for some options. He's trying to escape. Flag on the play as he rolls towards the right, taken down from behind by number 30-something. 36, Joyner. That will be a gain of 2. Flag on the play. Looks like it might be going on. From what it seemed like, it might be a 5-yard penalty for all you know. But things can change. Things can change down the stretch. False start or illegal. It was 2nd down. Second and 11, 8:45, and to reiterate the ESPN guys, they need to go right now because they're down by 19. Basically, what they need is touchdown with a 2-point conversion, a stop, touchdown and a stop, and then a touchdown, hopefully, which would either tie the game or take the lead or field goal. Who knows? 2nd down and 11. Altmaier through the middle by Williams, immediately clocked. And that's a big hit. Flag on the play on number 2. He's trying to argue he did not get anywhere close to the crown of the helmet with him, which I would agree. It would just be a case of unnecessary roughness or personal foul if Williams was clocked in a dangerous area, which from that angle it seemed like it for a while. I think it's because of the defenseless player marking. Personal foul could be called on the culprit. Makes contact. They're going to call it targeting, and I disagree. I agree with the fact that it's a personal foul, and Williams is a defenseless receiver. I disagree with the fact that it's targeting, because he leans with the shoulder there. It's very obvious. He leans that left shoulder in. Yes, he's like going forceful. Yes, Williams' head gets a little bit rocked back. But other than that, I don't see much indication of that being that sort of possession. I don't see it. I just don't see it. But yeah, it could be targeting. But and they will call targeting on number 2. Second Jayhawk tonight that goes out with targeting. And that to another starter going out. Not good. There's a starter going out. And they're going to review it now, but it looks like that check is over. So things continue to unravel a little bit towards Kansas, and that might be a talk for their head coach after this game gets done going into that game against Nevada, which, again, Nevada could be a test, it could not. After that, though, you got BYU at home. That's going to be a toss-up. Targeting. Maybe a shift of momentum here for Illinois. 8:22 left. It's actually Kobe Bryant targeted for, or rather, disqualified. Targeted for targeting. That's another good pun, if you will. But the blackout seems a little bleak for Kansas. Seems like they've gotten into autopilot. I know I said it before, but it seems like they're not in the right headspace right now. Yes, they're up, but it doesn't feel like it. First down and goal. 5 offensive linemen, 2 receivers to the left. Altmaier dropping back. Altmaier sees some space. He rolls towards the left. He sees the end zone. He's found the end zone. Touchdown for the Fighting Illini. Luke Altmaier with the second rushing tutty of the day. 6 yards. And with a 2-point conversion, Illinois only finds themselves down by a touchdown with a 2-point conversion and a field goal. Still got a long way to go. And that's the thing, too. There's a long way to go in this game. Even Kansas gets it back. Illinois can go forward. Kansas can drive again. Illinois can... It's like, you think about it, in the course of 8 minutes, if Kansas is off the field in 2 minutes, then Illinois can go forward in 2 minutes, and Kansas goes off. And then, like, even without timeouts, there's a chance this ends. Meanwhile, Altmaier will shovel it towards 23, and he just gets it across. He falls down right where the goal line is spotted on the middle right part of the field. 34-23. 8:08 left to go in this fourth quarter, and you think about it. You just think about it. Maybe Illinois has something up their sleeve to pull even. For all you know, it could happen. That's why we love college football, and that's why we love football in general. And that's maybe why we love Big 10, Big 12 matchups, even in the middle of the Midwest. Take a quick break, and let's see what Kansas's response will be right after this. The fourth quarter. How about the matchups in terms of running backs over time? It's been a while since Illinois and Kansas have faced each other. Since the 60s. It's been that long. About 50 to 60 years ago. Texas and Alabama once again playing tomorrow in Tuscaloosa. That's going to be a fun one. As you see John Riggins. He was one of the great running backs for the Jayhawks back in the 60s. You can see his name hung up in the rafters at the top of the stadium here in Lawrence. More importantly, on the field, Illinois has now made it a two-possession game, 34-23. This was a team that was down a lot. Very, very far, in fact. They're down 34-7. They've got 16 unanswered. Luke Altmaier, their quarterback, with both rushing touchdowns that have cut the gap, as this one is kicked into the end zone for another touchback. All eyes now on Jalen Daniels and crew, and more than just getting the ball, scoring. You need to keep the ball in this situation because you think about it, Illinois is now two possessions away from tying or taking the lead in this game. That's very close. I mean, I talked about it before. If you go 3 and out, it's maybe 6 minutes or so left. Then you punt the ball back to them. Then they go down. It's about 4 minutes, pretending they go in 2 minutes or so, which they have done today. Then they give the ball back to Kansas. Like, the way it goes, you could be seeing a tie game or Illinois winning this in that certain time frame. As the handoff will be given here towards Neal. Great juke as he cuts it towards the left. He's got the first down and then some. Perfect play there by the Jayhawks to start off this drive. Gain of 17 from their starting running back. Oh, these jukes too. He's very Le'Veon Bell-like in situations, Neal. Bell. In this case that, like, he can shift well and he can almost cut back. He cut away from number 17. And if he doesn't do that, he probably gets maybe a loss of 2, maybe back to the line of scrimmage if he's lucky. So first down and 10. Got 6 offensive linemen. Bunch formation though, as this one's given towards Hishaw. He also takes a cut, and in so doing so, he'll have a gain of 6 on this play. So Kansas immediately answering Illinois' pleas of, we're back in this game with watch this. More importantly, too, with not just saying watch this, you're chewing clock when you're doing this, right? Jalen Daniels has been patient, right, with the short passes. Kansas has been consistent, right? Hishaw, and then with Neal as well, both of which have had a touchdown in this game. Very consistent down the stretch. Devin Neal, 120 yards, averaging 12 yards, which is actually really cool, and 1 touchdown. 2nd and 4. Another handoff here. It's Hishaw. Hishaw able to cut out and down towards the 40. So he's once again picking up a good gain. Going about 15 yards or so. 15, more like 13, but still. Lucky number 13. You can never go wrong with lucky number 13. Down to the 40-yard line. This ball will be at the left hash as will be set for the first down. Daniels and crew still in the huddle. Illinois makes some changes. 17 seconds left before the ball must be snapped. First down. And Daniels again. Daniels dropping back. Pressure comes. He'll have to roll to the left, and he's sacked there. Taken out an open field again by Newton, number 4. Again, Newton with his 2nd or 3rd sack of the day. Able to break away from the offensive lineman guarding him, and as soon as Daniels tried to go in open space as he's done before today, this time Newton able to read him like a book. 2nd down, and more importantly, 5:22, and more time comes off the clock if you're Kansas. Now, obviously, Illinois can maybe go with an onside kick and stuff. That's still a very possible thing. 2nd down, 17, 6 offensive linemen, and ball given back towards Hishaw. Hishaw hustling forward, and for what it seems like, he might have picked up the first down. Let's see. So we have 5 minutes left to go in this 4th quarter. Big gain nonetheless. And now they're going to say he was short. So 4:46 left to go as we take a look at what we have coming up tomorrow. Notre Dame, NC State, Utah, Baylor, Texas A&M, Miami. As my AirPod conks out, so I'm going to have to replace that. Nonetheless, 3rd and 1 coming. By the way, AirPod I use to hear the volume that's coming from there. So reconnect that in. Either way, 3rd down and 1, a key 3rd down and 1 for Kansas. Looks like Kansas has lost a challenge. I got audio, I'm not getting video on this, so I'm going to try to get the stream up here. It looks like they're at a break, or Streamius is at a break. Either way, it looks like Kansas has gotten the first down. Let me go check on college football, or rather, not college football. My dummy head self forgets that. I should check on that, and it looks like Illinois might ball back. So another turnover in favor of Illinois. By the way, IU beat Indiana State 41-7. So another rout, but this game has gotten pretty close. So back again we go. How about Big 12 now football tomorrow? Southern Utah against BYU. Southern Utah took Arizona State on Thursday, losing to the Sun Devils by 3. Duquesne against West Virginia. Nichols versus TCU. Again, that's one of the benefits of having a Big 12 team out west at BYU, and of course you'll have the teams from Pac-12 joining them next year. But Luke Altmaier and crew getting the ball back here with about 3 or so minutes left. 3:33 to be exact. So let me update my board as Altmaier drops back. And he's going forward. No, he's going back. Sacked there by number 28. And he actually almost ran into his own offensive lineman, number 72, in the process. Second down. 3:12. Second down and 16. Clap goes, and here comes Altmaier now with the ball. He's rolling towards the left, or right rather, and he's not going to cross the line of scrimmage. He's barely going to get back to it as he sees himself out on the right-hand side for a third down. So 2:45 left to go in the fourth quarter. This one, 3rd and 16 now for Illinois. They're at their own 26. They've got to go quick here. And they probably need an offensive onside kick here too. Altmaier into some trouble, dancing around. He's very close to the line of scrimmage, yet throws, almost picked off. Now, almost picked off. There's a flag down. He might have crossed it. Now, I don't think the football crossed the line of scrimmage, and that's what matters. We've seen that with Patrick Mahomes. Your body could be across the line, but as long as the football isn't, you're okay. There's that, and then there's a flag. Referee's talking with Kansas, so it appears to be on Illinois. Ineligible receiver downfield is going to be the call. Penalties declined. 4th down for Illinois, and now it's basically, do you try to get something forward? Do you let go? Do you punt? Basically, you can't punt in this situation. 2:32, 11 points. You still have a decent grasp to try to get at least a competitive comeback going. Maybe if you don't succeed, you can still get a score. Down in 16. What is a raucous crowd in Lawrence, Kansas? Safety's playing all the way back towards the line of scrimmage. 4th and a mile to keep this one up. 3 receivers to the right for Altmaier, 1 to the right as the quarterback drops back. Altmaier throws it through the middle. It is caught at the 48 by Moore. Gain of 32, it seems like. Or not 32, but definitely a big gain. I need to do math, but definitely a big. So 2 minutes to play. Altmaier throws towards the left again. Tight coverage. Given towards Williams. He lost it. And it's intercepted. Kansas picks it off. Number 8 going there. That was a tight play either way for Altmaier. Throwing it in double coverage. And the Jayhawks come up with it. And that should be all she wrote for this one, folks. That would be the clincher. 1:59 left. Take a quick break. Looks like Kansas and the Jayhawks on the way to victory here on home turf. Quentin Lassiter with the interception. Again, second career interception. And ESPN told a great story about him. Lost his father a little while ago. He's able to get that key interception. Think about his dad last week in the win over Missouri State and gets the interception here. Wearing number 8, he's done well. As here comes Daniels giving off the handoff here. High show. So there's high show again. Again, my apologies to anybody watching this. This is very delayed. But I've got the earpiece. Basically what's going to happen is I think Kansas turns the ball over. Illinois has an interception. Altmaier, that is, has an interception. And Kansas essentially seals the game. That is what is supposed to happen. I don't know if it will, but that's what's supposed to happen, at least from what I'm hearing in my ear. Because this is getting a little absurd. This one, the hand up there, it's going to be 2nd and 11, or that was a 2nd and 11, rather. Another timeout, another opportunity, and Illinois takes their final timeout. Third down and 3. Now you got an injured line. I swear, I've got beef with ESPN on this. Like, I think that's a play. I can hear it in my ear. Now there's like someone down on the ground. I don't know how far back this Stream East stream is. But moral of the story, Stream East needs to up their game, or Stream East and OBS go together like a divorced couple. That's what it seems like right now. Because this is insane. Like, I hear another, like, I'm basically hearing 3 OBS or Stream East games in one year. It's crazy. Either way, 2nd down and 11, Kansas to the 45. That's what it is right now. So 1:13 left. I don't know what in the hell my Stream East is doing. But from what it seems like, Illinois has no timeouts. Kansas can basically take knees, and they're going to win this. 34-23. They've got the play. They've got the run. Just great stats overall. I just want to take a look at that too. Jalen Daniels, again, doing the work as well. The 145, 1st down and 10. So 145, and now you can officially give the knees to Kansas. Now my stream is back. So there you go. The divorced couple were able to at least work out on the custody. But anyhow. First downs today, Kansas winning 27-19. 3rd down efficiency, and I think this is the biggest number for the Jayhawks. 8 of 12, and some of those 3rd downs were pretty long. They were 3rd and 7, it wasn't always 3rd and short. But Jalen Daniels and crew, especially in that first half, they had that as the student section starts to get their phone flashlights out. They're waving goodbye to the crowd. 1st down and 10, and now the knees can ensue. One more, and that will do it. Penalties today going in favor of Illinois, 6 for 58. So better than what occurred against Toledo, but still not the best. Rushing, and I think this is the biggest. Rushing yards, 262 for Kansas. Almost doubling Illinois. And keep in mind, Luke Altmaier had a 72-yard touchdown that amounted for a lot of those carries. So that itself is quite an establishment. 280 yards passing by Daniels. As the blackout in Kansas continues, 42, 41, 40. Kneeling position now for the Jayhawks. Take the snap. Daniels takes a knee, and that is going to be it. Kansas again. How about that? Rainbow. After so many years of not doing well as a football program, they might have reached a pot of gold. They did well at the start of last season, and now they've gone 2-0 to start off this one. Final score here from Lawrence, 34-23 over Illinois. Jalen Daniels and crew will continue to celebrate as they look forward to their first road trip of the year as they take on Nevada. Meanwhile, Illinois has got a tough test at home, and it's not looking good as they host number 7 Penn State. Could things change? Does Illinois drop 1-2? Does Kansas go to 3-0? Or do things change for both sides? Again, those questions will be asked next Saturday, but on this Friday night leading into week 2, it's all about the Kansas Jayhawks and Rock Chalk. I'm Mihir Sinhasan. Thanks for tuning in to my live coverage of Kansas right here on YouTube as the Jayhawks win 34-23. So long, have a great day, and as always, stay safe.